Folks, when designing a home, so much about the building itself really needs to be focused on the people who will inhabit that place, but also for the people who will come into the future, because we're all just custodians of, be it a home or a car or whatever it is that's special to us. Welcome to Ardtree. Scott and Helen's vision for this place was that it had to be in one with nature, it had to be comfortable in that nature was not too encroaching, but it also had to be future-proof so that the home itself could adapt as future generations of theirs or any other family became part of that place as well. Welcome to this very, very special edition of Narrated Spaces. We're really, really pleased to bring to you this incredible home, the gardens, the pool, wait till you see that one, and you're just going to love the way they've put this place together. It's stunning. Part of the design brief of the home was that it had to be minimalist in its outlook. So there's very little clutter as we go through. You'll notice even down to the speakers for the audio systems, they're actually recessed into the ceiling. The home is incredibly wide. The main hallway that runs up it's a bit like the spine of this timber going through the cathedral ceiling here. It's designed to create a sense of space, a sense of openness, and so that each and every window even has a different view of the native garden and the surrounding bushland outside. As you come into things like the living room here, just provides a sense of calmness about it. There's a serenity here which matches the bushland outside, and it matches the area that we're in here in southeast Queensland. It just speaks of happiness. It speaks of letting the city be itself at a safe distance, being close enough to be part of it if you need to, but allowing this to become a sanctuary where the rest of the world just doesn't have to exist. It's quite serene. As you come through the house, you'll notice the warm tones that they've used here, from the polished timber, the timber architraves, these neutral tones on the walls, and it really helps to elevate this sense of space and this sense of almost there's a sobriety to this place. So even coming through, this is one of the rooms which they decided, like, this has been turned into a library, but it could easily transform into another bedroom. So we're talking about a home which is essentially at this point in time a 2-bedroom house with study and library and some other add-ons there as well, but can just as easily transform into a 4-bedroom house. So that idea of future-proofing things has really come down from a point of saying, well, look, we're not going to be the only people living here. In the future, this home can be whatever people choose to make of it. But in all aspects of it, you've still got this beautiful, beautiful naturescape outside. Every window has a view of that. Just gorgeous. Imagine you walk in here, you've heard something outside, you grab your binoculars, sit down on your own private little viewing platform, and now I'm an ornithologist. Isn't it great? So as we enter up into this part of the home, we have another bedroom which is doubled as, well, it could double as anything you like, really. I mean, aside from having these large built-in cupboards, they've actually had 2 queen-size beds in this one room at one stage when they had guests. So a lovely little cozy bedroom nook there, huge desk. Could easily double as a study, a teenager's retreat if you wanted to, grandparents' room. Just really nicely thought out in terms of saying, once again, it doesn't always have to stay the way it is. It can change and chop around. It's a transformer home. It's great stuff. There's really one word that describes this kitchen, and that is volume. Look, this is an entertainer's delight. From the massive expanse of usable workbench to this great island table here, modern appliances, just everything where you need it. But once again, the ability to get around as life changes, this can change with you. And what a wonderful way to entertain guests as we're all in the kitchen together. It doesn't have to be the chef on their own. Look, how many times have you been cooking and you invite people in to either taste what you're cooking or even help prep meals? If you've got a kitchen this big, you can have half the party in here with you. What a great thing. The elevation of ocean view ranges from between around about 400 metres above sea level up to as much as closer to 600. This is essential. In the middle of winter, it gets really, really chilly up here. Fireplace, heating the whole house, one central spot, but right next to the kitchen. Oh, I love that. This blows me away. All right, so here we have an island bed in the middle of a very, very big bedroom. Great sized bed, but if you've got to have a headboard, not only is this practical, but it's just beautiful. I mean, the craftsmanship is wonderful. Have a look at this. The way this has been set up with its frosted glass, the individual drawers, okay, once again, could be his and hers, could be just part of the family dynamic that all of their stuff is stored here. But either way, what a great use of space. We have a bathtub, which was set down with a window ledge low enough that you can sit in the bath and see the pool area outside, see the lawn area. We have an enormous shower here with a big rain shower rose on top of it. Plenty of room, and I love the use of this type of drain down below. It's modern, it's contemporary, easy to clean, but it just yells class. It's great stuff. I've never seen this before. How cool is a pedestal tap that rises from the floor, not actually part of the bath, but obviously flows into the bath. So obviously a his and hers vanity unit, no more squabbles about whose toothbrush goes in which spot. Place for everything and everything in its place. One of the really, really important things if you've got a pool is that from your utility areas, you need to see what the kids are doing. So look, let's face it, we all spend so much time in the kitchen, we spend time in the laundry, we spend time just making the world happen for the home. I can see the kids, I've got plenty of space, safety first. I locked myself. If you already live in southeast Queensland, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you're a poor unfortunate who is in the colder climes of Australia, Victoria's southern part of New South Wales, you need to know about the Queensland lifestyle. Outdoor areas like this in homes where you really, really want to be outside for, let's say, I don't know, 10 or 9 months out of the year, because it's just a great place to be and you love the weather. This is heaven. A lot of the design brief of this amazing property was that the house itself needed to be built around this lap pool. So obviously Scott is a great swimmer. That was very important to them, but it was also really important that the house itself protected them from the elements. We do get a lot of westerly winds that come through from this end here. When they come through, often in the middle of summer, they can be really hot. They're really drying winds. And this part of Ocean View gets buffeted by them if you're on the western side of the mountain. So the house itself is built in a U shape, which was designed to protect them from those winds. A large part of Scott and Helen's family is the Labradorables that you've seen in our frame as well. So the dogs had to be included as part of the family in the home. And to that end, what they've done is really cleverly, they've got a dog-proof fence put in around the gardens themselves before they put the gardens in. So the dogs can see the wildlife can see the dogs, but never the two shall meet, which is why they've got so many wallabies that congregate on the paddock in front of the house, which they can see from their kitchen windows in the morning. The dogs can see them too, but the wallabies are not bothered at all. This is their home as well. So what a wonderful place to be, and what an amazing way to invite nature right up onto your doorstep. If you're like me, part of your home is really about the things which you love doing that have, let's say, nothing to do with the house. It's having your workshop, it's having your motorbikes, your cars, your knitting room, the sewing room, whatever it might be. Most people, what they do there is they get the house, and then alongside it they put a box. It's called a shed. All right, guys, we do this all the time, right? You know, the steel shed, the 12%, whatever it might be, and all that stuff goes into that shed. What Scott and Helen have done here, in conjunction with their architect, is said, well, we don't want that thing that's stuck off the side. We want it integrated into the home. So come and have a look at this. This is the potting shed. So this is what I mean. It's been integrated into the home itself. This marvelous expanse of natural light coming through. It's all mozzie proofed, so you can be in here and not feel like you've been eaten by mosquitoes. Huge, huge bed space. Obviously water laid on here. We've got the room in here, which has got all of the ancillary stuff for the pool. That's tucked away as well. You know what it's like. Most pool stuff is just a little pool house. No. They've thought really long and hard about this. And then, what a great workshop. I've got a roller door that goes right out to where the cars are stored undercover, and here's all my tools. Still looking at the pool, I can see the kids if I need to, and everything I need is right where I need it. But it's not something that's just tacked on in the back part of the garden somewhere. What a great idea. I've now brought you inside what Scott and Helen have used as their office. Once again, a great space. It's got this huge high ceiling, and you may have noticed in the main part of the house we had that beautiful bit of hardwood timber that ran like a spine across the top of the ceiling. The same thing has been reproduced in here. We've got an enormous amount of office space here behind sliding doors, and then this beautiful, beautiful New Guinea rosewood office bench. The brief for this was that they wanted a bench which flowed, that did not have legs that the dogs could get caught up in underneath, but was big enough so that they could spread out with his and her sections here as well. They went to a joinery company and said, we want a table that's this dimension and this shape, and they were quoted around about $7,000. Now, mind you, we're talking over 20 years ago. That's a heck of a lot of money for a table. So really, really clever. They then went to a door manufacturer and said, hey, listen guys, we really, really like rosewood. How much would it cost to build a bench out of your doors? And they came up with this. It cost them about $1,700. Yeah, it's like a sixth of the price. Really, really clever use of available companies who can think outside the box, as the owners themselves were doing. What a great concept. And really solid too. I love it. 10 points for thinking. I don't know about you, but so often we see architecturally designed homes where so much effort has gone into the house itself, but not as much effort has gone into the gardens and making sure that the gardens complement the house. It almost looks in some ways like the house is, I don't know, sort of dropped out of the sky. Well, that is certainly not the case here. They've made the use of the slope itself. The architect said to Scott and Helen, hey, listen, look, you've got 40 acres. You guys don't need stairs. This doesn't have to be a double-story place. We can spread out on here. So they've done the same with the garden as well. It's all, a lot of it is native plants that are native to the area, but they've brought some of the exotics in as well. So obviously the plants that they love themselves have been brought in too. It's impeccably kept. I don't know who the person is who uses the hedger around here, but they've been very, very busy. One of the wonderful things about really good architecture is that it sort of cements the relationship between the home and the people who live in it. So Unlike a spec home where you look at something off a plan and you say, oh, that looks great. This is about a marriage between the home's inhabitants and the building itself. And if you're in an area like this, it's surroundings too. So in the architect that Scott and Helen found, he actually spent time on the block long before he started talking about designs for the house to get the feel for the block, what it was all about, the wildlife around, and the actual vegetation and how the home was going to fit into that. So this really has been a wonderful amalgamation between human beings, the home, and nature. And what a beautiful place to watch it all play out. G'day folks, welcome to Narrated Spaces. Mark and I are passionate about good design, be it in automotive or architecture. So if you've got a home, an Airbnb, a retreat, anything you would love to see featured for advertising purposes or just to get it out there to the world that you've got something really special, please get in contact with us. It's a fantastic, cost-effective way of producing long-form video and shorts for your Instagram and socials as well. Give us a call. We're really looking forward to meeting you.